We continue حلقات السيرة أيها الأكارم. Last couple of years, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam being in Mecca before he would move to Al-Madinah or make the Hijrah. These were so important years in the lifetime of the da'wah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Well, Sayyidah Khadija passed away at the year, 10th year of Al-Ba'athah, 10 years after the Prophet ﷺ became a prophet. And then incidents will happen very fast after that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Rihlat al-Isra wal-Mi'raj in this night journey and ascension to the heaven. We covered this already. And then after that, shortly after that, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will start, seriously getting some outcome. He started presenting Islam to other tribes and other people. He mainly focused on people like outside of Quraysh, outside of Mecca. So he went to there were three main marketplaces at this time. Three marketplaces are known like Suq, Uqad, the most important of them and the closest to Mecca. Uqad, Majanna, wa Dhul Majaz. These three places are closer to Mecca, just a few miles from Mecca, where a lot of people used to come, buy and sell and stuff, and also present poetry and a lot of stuff like this. So it was a season that people get together. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made use of this opportunity to introduce Islam to everybody. All of these, marketplaces or market seasons used to happen around Hajj time, before Hajj time. He offered Islam almost to all the tribes of Arabia at this time, including Kinda, Banu Hanifa, Ghassan, Banu Sulaym, Banu Abs, all the tribes. He presented Islam to them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was his full-time job. He was assigned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do da'wah, day and night. He is making da'wah, he's reaching out to everybody. That's his mission, alayhi salatu wasalam. Some people from other than the Meccans or from outside Quraysh accepted Islam. Suwayd ibn Samit, Iyas ibn Mu'ad, Abu Dharr al-Ghifari from Bani Ghifar, outside of Mecca, a different tribe. He heard about Islam and he decided to come and figure out himself. And when he came to Mecca, he stayed there for a while because he knew if he asked about Muhammad right away, that's like, he has a lot of enemies. Maybe people will hurt him or something. Until one day Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu came to know about what he is looking for. This is an outsider coming to ask about the Prophet ﷺ and so on. Ali took him all the way to the Prophet ﷺ, and he accepted Islam. And he was one of the early Muslims and one of the very strong supporters of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba from the very beginning. Once he announced Islam, he came out to Meccans, even though he was a stranger, he was an outsider. He came to say, I am Muslim, to Mecca and recite Quran to them. Sometimes, that's, I'm sorry to say, shame on us not to be proud of our deen. Especially in a country like this where everybody is free. You see people marching for gays and lesbians and whatever it is, and we are sometimes, no, we cannot pray right in front of people like this. You have to be proud of your Islam, practice your Islam. Yes, you have to be intelligent and everything, but not to the level of hiding yourself and covering yourself as if you are making a crime or something. Now, people are getting out there and supporting, devilish ideas. We are about the truth, about the haqq. Let's just be proud about it ourselves. Not talking about da'wah. Let's just practice in our life proudly. Just like this outsider, he was in Mecca at the very worst time that he knew something bad is going to happen to him. They kept hitting him the first day. Second day, he came out to them and he announced Islam and he recited Quran. Somebody so proud of his deen, they hit him again, kept hitting him until Al-Abbas was the one to take him from their hands. He's not the only one. Tufayl ibn Amr al-Dawsi from Daws, the tribe of Daws. This is the same tribe Abu Hurairah will come from, the friend of the Prophet ﷺ, who narrated a lot of hadith. He came to Mecca also to, figure out himself what's going on. Again, we need to figure out for ourselves. We don't want to take ready-made ideas for us, ready-made beliefs, stereotypes about other people, other religion, other cultures, even Islam. Islam is being stereotyped amongst Muslims. Let's get to know about Islam for what it is, not for what other people believe or other, even shuyukh. Islam is not what the sheikh said. Islam is what's in the Quran, what's the Prophet ﷺ said and did. Tufayl ibn Amr came to find out about Islam. That was year 11 after the Ba'tha, after the Prophet ﷺ becomes a prophet, which is around 2 years before the Hijrah. Quraysh told him, do not listen to Muhammad, do not even listen to him, he will make magic to you. He put cotton in his ears. Subhanallah, he put cotton in his ears, he got affected by the propaganda about Islam. And then he happened to see the Prophet ﷺ praying, he came a little bit closer to him, kind of attracted him, and then he heard some of what he's saying, and then he said, what is wrong with you? He was a poet, big poet, and intelligent person, and he said, what is wrong with me? I listen to him. If I like it, I can judge. I know what's good and what's bad. I listen and I judge for myself. He decided to take, the cotton out of his ear and listen to the Prophet. He listened to the Prophet ﷺ, and it was just a few minutes. A few minutes for him listening to the Prophet ﷺ, not even giving him da'wah, just reciting Quran, he came to accept al-Islam. Not only that, he said, Ya Rasulullah, inni muta'un fi qawmi, I'm the leader of my people. Tell me, what do you want me to do? I'm coming back to them, and I'm asking you, please ask Allah to, give me an ayah, give me kind of miracle, so they will believe me. The Prophet ﷺ would make dua to him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he came close all the way to his people, Allah put light on his face. So his face was kind of bright, illuminating, radiating. Then he made dua that Allah make the light in his stick or something, not in his face, because it would not it might look like there is a problem or something with him. So Allah gave him this ayah. His people didn't accept Islam right away, but they came later on. Few years after that, they came, including Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, they came to accept al-Islam because he kept making da'wah to them. Just a few at the beginning accepted Islam with him, but later on everybody accepted Islam. In Medina, even before the Prophet ﷺ went to Medina, a lot of, Islam started getting to Al-Medina. As'ad ibn Zurara, they were like a few people, all of them from Al-Khazraj, they came to make Hajj. We said that everybody in Arabia, they used to come to make Hajj even before Islam. They had some corrupt rituals that they used to do, but bottom line, they were glorifying Al-Kaaba, they were following the traces of the old religion, and Kaaba is holy for the religion of Ibrahim and their ancestors and so on. So some of the Medina people came, and that was also at the year 11 after Nubuwwah, and they heard about the Prophet ﷺ, and they were hearing Jews. We always say that Jews were not amongst the residents of Medina. They were outside, living outside Arabia, mainly in Palestine and this area. But they moved before the Prophet ﷺ came, and they knew the prophecies and nubu'at on Nabi ﷺ. They knew this is a time he should be arriving or appearing soon. And they knew the place where he will arrive. They knew that in Medina, this is where the Prophet who is coming at the end of the time will come. That's why they were there as residents of Medina, living in Medina with the native tribes, Al-Aws, Al-Khazraj, the Arabs. So they were always talking about this prophet who will come at the end of the time, and there were kind of wars between Arabs and themselves, Al-Aws, Al-Khazraj, and sometimes wars between Arabs and Jews. And usually Jews used to tell Muslims, there is a prophet who will come, we are waiting for him, and once he comes, we will fight you with him, and you are nothing, you are trash, we are the people of the book, we believe in the divine, messages, and we are waiting for a prophet. They used to hear this a lot. So when they came to Mecca, they said, yes, that should be the prophet that Jews are talking about. Let's be the first people to accept him. Let's support him. Let's get this honor of, supporting him. So these few people came, and they listened from the Prophet ﷺ, and they believed in Islam. It made sense for them. So they accepted al-Islam. Something very, very important will happen in the next few months. Bay'at al-Aqaba al-Ula followed by Bay'at al-Aqaba al-Thaniya. At the year of 12, the next Hajj, in the next year, 12th year of al-Nubuwwah, of prophethood, 12 men came, 10 from Al-Khazraj and 2 from Al-Aws. We don't want to mention the name. One of them is famous, Ubadah ibn Samit, for example, was one of them, Abu al-Haytham ibn Tayyihan. They came, these 12 people, or these 12 people, they came to meet with the Prophet ﷺ, and he told them Islam, and they give the Prophet ﷺ the pledge that he is the Prophet, and we will support you, and we will be with you, by your side, no matter what, whatever it takes. We will help you. They came back to Al-Madinah, they started calling at least their families, the people who are close to them, and the Nabi ﷺ sent with them the first of the ambassadors of Islam, whose name was Mus'ab ibn Umayr, Jazakallahu khairan. He will send him to Al-Madinah along with these people. And he was very eloquent. We talked about Mus'ab ibn Umayr before, and we said he used to be, he came from a wealthy family, and his mother used to give him a hard time because he accepted Islam. He left everything for her. She even deprived him of food, of not providing anything for him, for nothing, but just because he accepted Islam. He didn't want to, leave Islam. He didn't want to listen to his mother. He was so strong Muslim. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent him with those people. And he started spreading Islam bil-hikmah, bil-maw'idat al-hasana, the good word, the good admonition, wisdom. So the leaders of Al-Ansar, the leaders of the residents of Medina at this time, one of them was Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh and Usayd ibn Hudayr. One day they said, this man is coming to our city and he's trying to propagate this new idea that we don't know nothing about. We cannot leave them like this. Let's go and kill them. Let's go and either push them out or kill them. So they came to Mus'ab as he was sitting. And he had one of the As'ad who accepted Islam from Medina. And as they were coming, As'ad spoke to Mus'ab and he said, هذا سيد قومه قد جاءك فاصدق الله فيه. This is the leader of his people. He is coming to you right now. Have good attention for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in talking to him, in giving him da'wah. Because if he accepts Islam, most likely everybody else will accept Islam. Usayd first came. Usayd ibn Hudayr came. And he said, why are you coming to us? Why are you propagating whatever you are saying? Go ahead and leave us alone. Don't say that. Don't do that. He said, Mus'ab, he said, why don't you sit with us, have a session, and just listen from us. If you hear something that you like, well, take it. If you hear something that you dislike, I promise we're not going to make you hear something that you dislike. We stop it. We abstain right away. He said, yeah, that makes sense. Let me hear. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. So he started talking to him very simply about Islam. Islam is one God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, and he is telling us to do this. So he said, that makes sense. I believe in that. So what to do? He said, that's it. If you believe in this, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah, you become a Muslim. He accepted Islam. Then he came back to his friend, Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, and he said, well, I don't know, you might need to go and listen to them yourself. He did the same thing. He said, leave us alone, go away. He said, all right, just have a seat, please, and listen. If you like it, it's good. If you don't, we stop. We're not going to say anything. They presented Islam to him in the best way. He accepted Islam. We always say Islam makes sense by itself. Islam just needs us to understand it and practice it and offer it to people and present it to people in a nice way, in a good way. This man accepted Islam right away, Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, and on the spot, he came to his people and he said, كلامكم علي حرام, كلام رجالكم ونسائكم علي حرام حتى تؤمنوا بالله ورسوله. I'm not going to talk to any one of you, all my people, until you accept Islam. I'm not going to even talk to you. They all that day, did not depart. The next day came while almost everybody in Medina was Muslim. That was even before the Prophet ﷺ reached Al-Madinah. They will come the next Hajj to the Prophet ﷺ, a bigger group of the Medina people, to give him the good news that almost all the people of Medina, or most of them, accepted Islam, and they will tell him that they were ready to, they are his people, they are his group, we will support you, we will do whatever it takes to support you. And it looks like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is preparing Al-Madinah, or is preparing Islam to have a new start and to, jump to go everywhere from the center in Medina. So we're gonna know inshallah what's gonna happen next when these people will come in the next year to give bay'ah to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the details of that is gonna be next time inshallah. Jazakumullahu khair wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sallam.